This new year, Goal 90 drops something special, football-inspired phone cases made for the Goal 90 fam. From club colours to country pride, we've got you covered. And the best part? Customise it with your name and number. Head to the Goal 90 shop and get yours now. From legends who defined generations to stars whose brilliance once lit up the world's biggest stages, football has a way of reminding us that time waits for no one. Today, we're looking at 7 players who, as painful as it is to say, might need to consider hanging up their boots. Let's dive in, starting off with a name that screams pure elegance and technical brilliance, Santi Cazorla. The Spanish maestro was once a magician with the ball at his feet. His time at Arsenal from 2012 to 2018 was nothing short of spectacular. That silky touch, the ability to control a game from midfield, and those moments of pure class made him a fan favourite at the Emirates. He could play with both feet like they were his strong foot, which is a rare gift. After his Arsenal days, he made his way back to Spain with Villarreal, then Real Oviedo. But here's the harsh reality. Real Oviedo are currently in La Liga after getting promoted from the second division, and Cazorla's 2025-26 season tells a brutal story. 11 matches played, 0 goals, 0 assists, and to top it off, 1 red card. At 40 years old, the spark that once made him one of Spain's finest midfielders seems to have faded. It's hard to watch a player of his caliber struggle like this. Next, let's talk about a player who had longevity and adaptability. Ashley Young burst onto the scene in 2003 as a thrilling winger for Watford, then moved to Aston Villa where his pace, dribbling and goal-scoring prowess made him a star. Sir Alex Ferguson brought him to Manchester United in 2011, and that's where the transformation happened. As his pace faded, Young seamlessly morphed into a dependable fullback, extending his time at the highest level. This versatility even earned him a move to Inter Milan and later Everton. He's represented England over 30 times. Now, at 40 years old, Young is playing for Ipswich Town in the Championship. Over 700 club appearances. His contract expires next year, and honestly, it feels like we're witnessing the final chapter. Young has squeezed every last drop out of his footballing journey, and he deserves immense credit for that. But continuing to battle in the Championship at 40 feels like prolonging the inevitable. From Ashley Young, we move to another warrior who's found himself in a difficult spot, Diego Costa. The Brazilian-Spanish striker was an absolute menace during his prime. His time at Atletico Madrid from 2010 to 2014 was spectacular, helping them win La Liga and reach the Champions League final in 2014. Then came his move to Chelsea, where he terrorized Premier League defenders, 2 league titles in 3 seasons, a reputation as one of the most physical and aggressive strikers in the world. Costa was a warrior, but since leaving Chelsea in 2017, it's been a downward spiral. Spells back at Atletico, then a move to Brazil with Atlético Mineiro, and most recently, Grêmio. But as of January 1st, 2025, Costa has been without a club. At 36 years old, with no interest from any team, it's clear his time is up. The fire that once made him one of Europe's most feared strikers has burned out. Why always me? Remember that? Mario Balotelli was one of football's most entertaining and frustrating talents. From his Manchester City days, where he lifted his shirt to reveal that iconic undershirt after scoring against Manchester United, to his brilliant performances at Inter Milan, AC Milan, Liverpool, Nice, and beyond. Balotelli was a character, unpredictable, explosive, and capable of moments of pure brilliance. But since July 1st, 2025, Balotelli has been without a club. His last stint was with Genoa, and it didn't last long. At 35 years old, Balotelli's reputation for controversy and inconsistency has finally caught up with him. No club wants to take the risk anymore. His talent was undeniable, but his attitude and off-field antics overshadowed it. Without a club and with no concrete interest from anyone, it feels like the end of the road for Super Mario. Now, let's head to Mexico and talk about a legend, Javier Chicharito Hernandez. Chicharito is Mexico's all-time leading goalscorer with 52 goals for the national team. Let that sink in. He terrorized defenses at Manchester United, Real Madrid, Bayer Leverkusen, and LA Galaxy. His movement in the box, his poacher's instinct, and his ability to be in the right place at the right time made him a nightmare for defenders. But in December 2025, Chivas officially announced that Chicharito's contract would not be renewed. His second stint at his boyhood club was plagued by injuries. In all competitions, he played just 41 matches, scoring only 4 goals and providing 1 assist. That's a far cry from the Chicharito we remember, the one who scored 59 goals for Manchester United. the one who lit up the World Cup. At 37 years old, the writing is on the wall. Mexican media have been calling for his retirement. Reports suggest he might try to continue in MLS or another Liga MX club, but the truth is clear. His body can't keep up anymore. This one stings, guys. Raheem Sterling was an absolute terror on the left wing during his Manchester City days. From 2015 to 2022, he was unstoppable under Pep Guardiola. Lightning pace, clinical finishing, and a hunger for goals that made him one of the Premier League's most feared attackers. Over 130 goals for City across all competitions, 3 Premier League titles, and countless memories. Then came his move to Chelsea in 2022 for £47.5 million, and it's been downhill ever since. A disappointing stint at Chelsea, a failed loan spell at Arsenal last season where he barely played, and now he's part of what people call Chelsea's bomb squad. Sterling is training away from the first team, hasn't played a single minute this season under Enzo Maresca, and is desperately looking for a way out. Crystal Palace and Leeds United are reportedly interested, but at 31 years old with massive wages of £325,000 per week, finding a club willing to take him is proving difficult. The harsh truth is, Sterling's body seems to have given up on him. The pace is gone. The sharpness has faded. It's a sad ending for a player who was once one of England's brightest stars. And at number 1, we have Neymar. This one is heartbreaking, guys. Neymar was supposed to be the next big thing, the heir to Messi and Ronaldo's throne. His time at Barcelona from 2013 to 2017 was legendary. The MSN trio with Messi and Suarez was unstoppable, leading Barcelona to a historic treble in 2015. Neymar's flair, his skill, his ability to embarrass defenders with a simple step over. It was art. He became Brazil's second all-time leading scorer with 79 goals. He carried the hopes of an entire nation on his shoulders. But injuries have robbed us of witnessing his full potential. The 2014 World Cup, when his back injury led to Brazil's devastating 7-1 loss to Germany. His time at PSG, constantly missing crucial Champions League matches. Even in Saudi Arabia with Al Hilal, his body continued to break down. Now, at 33, he's back at his boyhood club Santos after his Al Hilal contract was terminated in January 2025. And just when it seemed like he was finding form, helping Santos avoid relegation with 5 goals in his last 4 matches, he underwent knee surgery on December 22, 2025. An arthroscopy on his left knee to repair a medial meniscus injury. He's expected to be out until at least early February 2026. With the 2026 World Cup approaching, his chances of making Brazil's squad are fading fast. Carlo Ancelotti, Brazil's current manager, hasn't called him up once. Time has caught up with Neymar and it's painful to watch. This is why he tops our list. As we look at these 7 legends, it's important to remember the joy they brought us. Cazorla's elegance, Young's adaptability, Costa's aggression, Balotelli's unpredictability, Chicharito's poacher instincts, Sterling's blistering pace, Neymar's magic. Each of them gave us memories that will last forever. But football is a cruel game. Time catches everyone. And sometimes, knowing when to walk away is the hardest decision a player has to make. Which of these legends will you miss the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and hit subscribe. Also, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on our future videos like this. Catch you in the next one. Peace.